Okay, this is our first video that I'm having you watch where I actually would like you to take notes. So I'd like to reiterate a couple of really important things here before we start writing some things down. First of all, I want to make sure you understand that as I give a video, I'm going to be writing out notes, obviously, and it's really important that you do as well, that you follow along and write down the things that I'm writing down. These are skeletal notes, which means I've left out all the important stuff. So not only is it important to get that information down, but there's no question that by actively engaging with writing things, you are going to be more engaged and you are going to remember things better. So that activity is really important and it's built in. Now, the other thing I want to say is that when we write things down on the screen here, you're going to write things down on the same notes. And I have prepared skeletal outlines and grouped them by 3 chapters together. So the first 3 chapters are A, B, and C in my notes. And the first one is A, obviously. It's called Functional Groups and Solubility. You can do this 2 ways. You can print out the notes physically and write with a pencil and pen. That's what people have traditionally done in class, and that's certainly a great way to do it. Or nowadays, a lot of people have tablets and they're simply writing them down on their tablet screen. Either of those works, and the key is, though, that you have these notes to go back to and study from. And lastly, I want to say that every time we start a new chapter, as we are right now, I'm going to tell you what the name of the chapter is and take you through unit goals. These are big picture ideas to make sure you understand why we're studying the things we're studying and not just throwing a bunch of stuff at you right from the get-go. So here we are ready to roll, and the first one is called Functional Groups and Solubility. This is really a review chapter. These are all the things that I'm going to hope that you bring along from your general and organic classes. So hopefully almost all of this is going to be stuff that's familiar. Maybe not everything. There's going to be a few different terms and things like that. But this is really just a bridge from previous classes to this one. What are our goals? Well, the first goal is to identify common functional groups. That'll be your next video. And what we're typically going to do is not only show you a video, have you write some things down, and even have you practice some things while we're doing that, but we're going to then follow it up with 1 or 2 homework assignments that you can do right away, and it'll be self-graded. So that'll be the case for functional groups. The next thing we want to bring from a previous class is identify the common intermolecular forces that we are going to use and that are seen in biomolecular interactions. These are things like hydrogen bonds and ionic interactions, so on and so forth. That's a video coming down the line. Next, we want to rank molecules according to polarity. So we got to spend some time talking about what is polarity and why does it matter. And lastly, we want to talk about identifying amphipathic molecules. This may be actually not review. Some of you may have never heard of this term, but we're going to take a look at what is an amphipathic molecule. It's highly related to polarity, by the way, and we're going to see why that's relevant to biochemistry. So that's our intro unit goals. We're going to do this every time, chapter goals, and then we'll start in on our videos.